Hello fellow teachers, how are you? This is your man Zainab Hailu from English for Africa channel. And welcome back to episode 10 of English for all subject teachers. Today I'm going to share with you about the key secrets for successful classroom management. And I believe this video is very useful for all teachers because the skill of establishing and communicating classroom ground rules is important for achieving lively and authentic classroom management. So let's get started. So in this lesson, I'm going to tell you about these pointers. I'm going to answer these questions. What are classroom rules? Why classroom rules are important? When do classroom rules are expected to be communicated? And fourthly, how they can be communicated clearly to the students in English. I'm going to give you some tips at the end of my session how you can communicate these ground rules to your students. Is it oral or written form? So let's start from the first section. What are classroom rules? Let's define it. So ground classroom rules is a kind of or set of basic principles on which future behavior is based. And in broad way, we can have this definition. These are the rules on which students and teachers build their behavior so as to maintain a positive and effective environment. Let's talk about the objective. So why do we set up classroom rules? So the objective is simple. Classroom rules are the foundation for functional and successful classroom in any setting and in any institution. So these rules vary from procedures as they determine what the classroom looks like, what type of behavior is acceptable and encouraged, and help students work towards a common goal. So in other words, it means they set the tone of the whole classroom. Having this in mind, let's come to the second section. Why classroom rules are important? We can have 5 rationales to mention here. So let's start with the first rationale is about classroom management. So classroom rules are important because they are keys to success in classroom management. So having this, let's get in detail. When it comes to classroom management, setting up some ground rules is very important, it's necessary. Usually it helps teachers and the students to go forward in a well-organized and systematic way of learning and teaching process. It can also create a set of principles that play a vital role in setting a structure for classroom functions and organized learning activities. Second, it creates better classroom discipline because it improves the students' behavior and the classroom discipline. This helps us as a guidelines to what is acceptable and what's not in our classroom. So it fosters students' motivation. This means most often teachers set the tone in classroom by saying these phrases. You need to try harder. What's wrong with you? Why can't you listen to instruction? So this kind of phrases bring us an air of disrespect, resentment, and dropping in the students' motivation can occur. So that's why we need to set ground rules so as to foster our students' motivation in their learning. Fourth, it sets education tone, as I've said earlier. As it sets the tone for your year or semester from the very beginning. So when students have a clear and direct expectation, they are able to stay focused and on task. That is, their task is learning, as you know. Fifth, it helps to achieve academic success for your students. That means it helps students succeed because it helps students focus on the real work and reduce stress in the classroom. Therefore, applying a few basic rules alone can bring a pleasant and cooperative classroom ambience or atmosphere for both the students and teachers. Now let's come to when do classroom ground rules are expected to be communicated. Usually as a teacher, I mostly rely on both of them at the beginning of a semester and a year. Firstly, communicating at the start of a new school year. So the new year brings a new hope. That's why at the start of a new school year or institution year, both you and your students should work together to establish a classroom ground rules that were both based on everyone's hopes and dreams for the year. So discuss the different types of behavior that you think are acceptable and unacceptable and how you want students to act towards each other. When you do this, you need to involve your students. because it gives them the sense of ownership and in turn a greater commitment to following the ground rules themselves. You'll be impressed by the positive, simple, insightful rules that emerge from the process. Your students can give you some good rules, and together, cooperatively, you can build a good classroom together with your students. Secondly, you may communicate at the start of a new semester or day one. Even if you haven't done it at the beginning of a year, it's better to revise it even a new semester. So in order to create a culture that emphasizes personal responsibility, safety, and kindness in your classroom, you must state this to your students on day one, making sure that they understand that you expect a certain level of behavior from them at all times, and then that your expectations are non-negotiable. After this is made absolutely clear, you move on to a discussion of classroom rules together. It's kind of a parallel, guys. So don't make a lecture, just give a discussion to your students about the rules. Make it conversation. Because when the class rules are simply prescribed to students, they feel no sense of ownership and are less likely to comply. Okay guys, now let's come to the fourth session of this lesson. How do we set classroom ground rules in English? I'm going to talk about the language that you can use simply. First, let's talk about the nature of classroom rules. Classroom rules can vary a lot based on age, your student's age, the subject you're teaching, and many other factors in your area. However, there are universal classroom rules and similar methods to create those rules. As I've said, you have to work with your students. That's what makes it similar. And we have universal classroom rules. Anyways, this set of universal classroom rules must be clearly and firmly communicated by creating, explaining, and practicing the rules with your students. So this is how we can set ground rules. When setting ground rules with a group or with your students, the passive form is often used in addition to direct commands in active form. For instance, you can use these commands: hands up, listen, respect each other, try your best. However, we can even use the passive voice in this way. As you know, in the passive voice, the object becomes the subject of the sentence and the agent is often not mentioned. So the form is very easy. You have the verb be in the appropriate tense with the past participle verb 3. Let's have a few examples. First, let me give you simple present tense passive. Active participation in class is expected. Writing on classroom desks is not permitted. So when you get rid of the subject or not mentioning students, this can be very authentic and easily can be understood by your students. You can even use future passive. Points to be deducted for incorrect spelling in assignments. Misbehavior and indiscipline will not be tolerated. Let me give you a modal verbs. You can use even modal verbs in the passive in this way. Silence must be observed in exams. Names and ID numbers should be written on all assignments. Permissions for absence from class can be given only on submission of a note from the campus clinic. Signatures and attendance sheets must not be forged for absent students. So in this way, by using passive voice, clearly you can give a shot, basic ground rules to your students at the beginning of your year or semester. Now let's talk about how do they can be communicated clearly to the students in English. Is it better to use oral or written form? The thumb rule I can give you here is you have to use both of them consistently. They are important because we have different kinds of learners in our classroom. Let me give some tips to fine-tune your classroom rules. First, oral explanation. Brief explanation of a few broad rules that encompass many different behaviors is the best approach that you can use in your classroom. That means don't give your students too much or overwhelm them with a list of rules which are very long. Just focus on few key things so that your students can grasp what you want them to do in your classroom. What about written rules? After you have communicated your ground rules orally, you have to support it with written rules. You can have two options here. First, you can type the rules on computer and display it in the classroom so the students can always see it. If you have good handwriting, write down these rules in charts and keep in the classroom, which acts as a reminder always. When you do both of them, maintain consistency and ensure good transparency while setting and implementing classroom rules, just to avoid a confusion among your students. So this is some of the examples I can give you. So the first section on the left side is handwritten poster, and we have a chart or a poster which is typed with a computer. I love this one because it engages all the students, the right column. In our class, we are a team, we are positive, we respect each other, we try our best, we make good choices, we are kind, we are honest, we listen to each other, we work hard, we encourage each other, we are all important. This is the lively and important way of describing your classroom rules, because it is funny and it is easy to grasp and it creates a sense of belongingness in the classroom. So this is my last point. When a teacher values and lives by the rules he or she set for the class, the rules feel more authentic and they can be discussed in a more legitimate way. So not just creating rules is not only important, that you have to practice it with your students. So when you get absent from the class, just tell your students that you are not on the way. Don't just get out there, get out of there and just do what I have to do. So this will take us to the end. Thank you very much. If you are new here, this channel is created for all subject teachers to provide them with general classroom English lessons. So you better subscribe to my channel right now. Until I see you next Friday. Bye-bye. Bye for now.